Thank you for telling me. I'm so sorry. I forgot to unmute. Let me start that over. This is post-game show from the 49ers versus Lions game. The 49ers did come up victoriously and with the score of 41-33. Um, I was reading stats and let me go ahead and read it again. So Trey Lance did go for 17 to 25 with 314 yards and had a quarterback rating of 75. Trey Lance did throw one ball. It was for a touchdown to Trent Sherfield for 5 yards. And for our rushing game, Trey Sherman was out. Have no clue why. And a guy who stepped it up today was Elijah Mitchell. He was 19 carries for 104 yards. Raheem Mostert went for 2 yards. I mean, 2 carries for 20 yards. He did left the game with a knee injury. So, uh, and Trey did go in for a bit of the rotation, the quarterback rotation. Um, Trey went 3 carries for 2 yards. Didn't happen much. The rotation wasn't that good today. For receiving, Debo Samuel had an amazing day today. Um, Let me pull it up right here. Let me get it here. For receiving yards, Debo Samuel had 9 receptions for 189 yards and had one touchdown. It was a 79-yard ball from Jimmy Garoppolo. George Kittle came up second. He had 4 receptions for 78 yards. Trent Sherfield had 2 receptions for 23 yards, and Jermichael Hasty with one for 15 yards. Um, so, yeah. For our turnovers today, we had 3 turnovers, uh, all coming in as fumbles. Uh, Jimmy Garoppolo, the first play of scrimmage, had a bad snap, I believe, unless Jimmy completely nobbled it. And and Debo Samuel had one at the end. Um, it says here George Kittle did have one, and it was on. I don't think he had a fumble, unless they count as onside kick one. And yeah, that's all the stats for the game for offense. And let's see here. Coming up shortly, TJ should be joining me, and it was a really good game. And um, so yeah, uh, we will be getting in coming up shortly. Like I said, um, TJ should be coming here. and also Jason. Um, Sorry about that. We're trying to have some people on the show, and trying to get Jason on right now. So yeah, how do you guys feel about the almost comeback that never happened? I just remember watching. It was the last 5 minutes. I was like, let me just turn it off. You know, it was a good win, and we got Jason. How's it
What
going,
up,
man?
dude? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
All right. What's up, dude? Oh man,
What a
what a game!
crazy, yeah.
I feel like I didn't.
um,
That was just the roller coaster to end all roller coasters.
so I, I was just telling the, I was just telling them, you know, it was fourth quarter. 5 minutes ago, I was like, let me go turn it off, and then I was like, and then out of a sudden, the Lions just got momentum, and I was like, whoa, no, no, no. I was like, this is
Yeah,
not happening. But
yeah. I was streaming. I was doing a sidecast on my on my personal channel, and
uh
it was
huh,
like when it was 38-10. I was like, it's like 4.5 minutes left. Let me just. I was like, you know what? Let me get off here and do stuff. I wasn't gonna stop
yeah,
watching the game, but I was just like, let me stop actually doing the cast on it. Let me just watch it the last part. It's like okay, nothing's gonna happen.
yeah,
And then but what were we not do? Like our fourth and fifth cornerback at that point? It's just like, what is going on?
yeah. Um,
Again, why was Dante Johnson in the game? And Dante Johnson is when you're basically starting cornerbacks, in the game that late. It's like they're gonna pick on him.
yeah, yeah. They didn't even pick on the rookie Diamante Lenore.
Nope. I think he had five thrown against him or something. He actually graded out really well. I was looking at it earlier, but he graded
Yeah,
out very well
he
the
only
first day.
allowed like 1 completion.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, he actually had a really good game.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised. He's been having a good off. Another fifth round steal
yeah.
for us. If
What
Rich,
a
if they are not on the phone with Richard Sherman tonight, I'm going to be very angry.
There's not gonna be like any like actions towards him. Nothing like everything just dropped.
For who?
Like the NFL Richard Sherman.
There could be, but
Like any some
I
type of
mean,
suspension or anything.
not that
I
I've heard
know.
of. If there is, I haven't heard anything. And living up here in Seattle, I haven't heard a peep out of anything of that since the incident. So, I mean, is there a possibility of something like that happening? Yes, I highly doubt it.
Yeah,
But I mean, you need somebody who can instantly come in and pretty much play. He's going to be in the same situation as Josh Norman is.
yeah.
So
Why wasn't he suited up? Do you know,
who he
Josh
probably just
Norman?
wasn't ready. He probably, like I said, he's probably in shape. He just wasn't in football shape. It takes
Yeah,
probably a couple weeks to get your body ready. No matter he hasn't had a camp with anybody, so he just probably he probably could have played and would end up he probably wouldn't have been his best per se. We never know, but
Yeah.
he just probably wasn't quite physically ready to go.
I wonder why they didn't like at least try to put Ambry Thomas in.
Have you seen him this offseason?
I've seen him, but
I mean, the couple of plays he did have a couple of good ones, good plays, but overall, Thomas just hasn't looked ready. I mean, maybe they probably just don't have the confidence in him yet.
yeah,
But I mean, he did look good a couple of times. I noticed him breaking up a couple of passes, made a couple good tackles,
yeah,
and maybe he's because he did take the year off because of COVID. He was one of the people who chose not to play because of COVID.
yeah,
Maybe he just needs time to move in. But I mean, he needs as a third round pick, he needs to get his ass in gear.
yeah. I can see like how we're trying to utilize him since we're not using him as corner on special teams.
Yeah,
It's just
I just, yeah, just Dante Johnson was getting burnt like his name was Brian Allen from last season. It felt like that all over again. It was like
yeah,
every time they were moving, they putting people in motion. Whoever they had one on him, like he wasn't. They weren't really open. They were just going for it.
almost all this the game.
Yeah.
I think if it
So
wasn't for the D line, if Goff had more time, I mean, he would sling it.
yeah,
I
golf
think
was
it
a.
was I think it was D Williams, number 6, for them.
I'm trying to remember.
For Detroit,
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
it was either him or 14.
Man, I don't remember who. I don't remember who it was. Yeah, just man. Especially like I said, we had 31 points at halftime. Man, just
Yeah,
everything started off so well, especially with the way it started with the fumble from the
yeah,
fumbled center exchange. It's just like, okay, what is this BS? And then everything came back.
yeah. I think that was the only negative I can think of.
Uh, Other than Jimmy did have a few kind of throws where I'm like, why are you throwing that? He's clearly not open. But and then the
Yeah, he
bonehead,
kind of
yeah, like the one
he
over to
forced.
Kittle over the middle, especially that one
Yeah,
because that one's about picked.
yeah,
Um, and then the one for intentional grounding. It's like, come on, throw the ball a little bit
you're
harder,
a vet.
just get it out of bounds.
Yeah,
But I mean, I'm not. I hate the saying a win is a win, but this
hmm,
is not a win that you want. Not in this way.
yeah,
It's called a Ferric win or whatever it is when you're losing more to win or whatever it is. But yeah, it's one of those.
man. What about the rotation, the quarterback rotation? Did you like it? I mean, it was
I actually
Detroit.
expected. Yeah. I expected a little bit more of a rotation.
Yeah,
Just from what we saw in the preseason. Obviously, I thought they were going to do a little bit more. I figured it'd be more 75-25 with Jimmy, but we didn't
yeah,
see a whole lot of Trent. Although, how many of the quarterbacks have it as a stat that your first NFL touchdown is or first NFL pass is a touchdown? That's a pretty good one to hang your hat on.
yeah,
So I mean, yeah,
yeah.
it's just like you know,
I think he had a perfect. Yeah, it's perfect pass rating. He only threw that one play. He only got
yeah,
in for 4 plays.
yeah. It's like
It was two
okay,
rushes for like 0 yards. He only got 2 yards, and
yeah. And
then
then he went negative on another one, I think.
yeah,
But I mean, who knows? Most of his rushes were just basically up the middle, if I remember correct. I don't remember seeing any rollouts or anything crazy like that. It was just straight up the middle quarterback draws. So
I don't know. I kind of didn't. I'm not a big fan of that. I mean, I know there's just sometimes like it was. I think it was twice. It was third and short. I think if we would have ran a normal third down play, I think we would
yeah,
have got it. Keep the drive continuing.
I don't mind them in certain situations, but that one I didn't. Like I said, I didn't particularly enjoy that play call.
Yeah,
But there's I think those work better in the middle of drives, not when it's so obvious per se. Because if you bring Trey on for a third and something like that, you're going to leave a spy on him, probably most likely.
yeah,
So the quarterback draw, unless you get like this perfectly blocked hole, is not going to work necessarily.
Yeah,
But
and I kind of knew. I was like, if this doesn't work out, they're not gonna continue trying. And once that third and short didn't work, they just pulled it out. Not gonna happen because they didn't
yeah,
pull Trey out. I think for the second half.
well, that we had Elijah Mitchell actually rushing the ball very well. So I mean, why go away from anything like that?
Yeah, I'm surprised he stepped up and he did perform
Big time.
really well. Yeah,
Why Sermon was not
yeah,
suited
that's
up
the
is
thing.
a healthy
I was
scratch, man.
confused.
That's healthy scratch is usually reserved for somebody who has and obviously nothing has been said so far that like someone who has an issue with like an attendance issue or an attitude or something, or maybe even like a family issue. So
Yeah,
typically that's usually when you use the healthy scratch. Because as far as everything, even though, well, actually Kyle did say something about it to where that during the practice and everything, everybody was rotating in for that basic, the basically the number two spot. But everything heading out had Sermon at that number two spot, not Mitchell. So unless there was something seriously happening in practice that no one else was seeing, but it seems to be working.
yeah. I'm surprised because we we put a lot of we put a lot on his plate and he did really well. And
For Mitchell, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I thought you know, I didn't necessarily expect that, especially so soon. But
yeah,
he showed it.
yeah.
He's
His first career game
yeah.
because he wasn't even playing in the preseason that
No, he
much.
didn't get. He did not get a whole lot of a ton of action. He got quite a bit, but not like enough to where you would think that he's going to jump over Sermon for a number two spot.
Yeah,
So that, like I said, it's not necessarily. I'm more confused about Sermon being the scratch than I am with Mitchell getting more playing time. Because Mitchell did play better. Sermon had issues. Going into the preseason games, but he's got to get a little bit healthier. But Mitchell, not even you know just jumping him completely. I was just like, wow, that's different.
yeah, it's pretty wild.
And of course, what's the deal with Mostert now, Mister? You know, now he's going to be. What I think it was. Is it a knee or a hip?
I
Eh,
believe it was his knee.
I'm gonna disagree with Kathy here. Now I'm not calling that a good game. Sorry, I can't. With the way that game, the way it should have, the way it was at half, and how it ended, that was not a good game. Although it did cover the spread. The spread was 7.5, and they won by 8, so they got the spread.
Yeah, it. I don't know. It's it's crazy. I didn't. I I think it was the defensive call. I I don't know. We didn't adjust to anything. I know we knew that was gonna be a quick. Okay. Uh, TJ popped in, and
What's up, y'all? I was doing.
I think
What's
we
up?
got.
Uh, so hi everybody. So I thought me and the girl. Hold, no, baby, I gotta pour it. So I wanted to join y'all, and I officially wanted to say, hold on, if y'all give me a second. I didn't expect to get on this fast. Um, Official NFR drink. You got orange juice. You got my favorite drink, Hennessy. You add it together, you know what I'm saying? And we call this a Tasmanian Smasher. And we like to drink this after Niner Dubs, baby. What a win.
No,
Uh,
sorry, I'm still not. I'm still not taking that as a drink. I'm not. I'm not taking my shot for wins on that one. That was a shit game to win.
oh, no, 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 no. Let's be real. I'm happy. It's a win, and I'm never going to complain about the win. But no, that was ridiculous. I mean, let's be that we cannot let Detroit get back in that game. Um, I'm not going to sit here and critique, but yeah, no. But the thing about this game is, let's be real. It's now a reality of our biggest concern. A lot of people's biggest concern is now reality. Our secondary depth. Let's be real. Losing Jason Verrett today was. I mean, that's literally what flipped the game. You saw at
Yeah,
that point. I mean, say what you
they
want
just
about
went
Jared
after
Goff.
Florida.
Yeah, but you know what? I would like to say this. I will give credit to Dante Johnson. I know it was a rough start, and I'm not going to say that it was the world's greatest game, but from they were clearly going after him, especially those last two drives. They were clearly going out for it after him, and you know what? He stepped up. But overall, it was a sloppy game, and if this is a better team, we lose this game. But because it's Detroit, fine, whatever. The margin of error is, a mile wide. But no, it's not acceptable to have a ball bounce off of George Kittle's face mask.
That's a
Um,
1 in a million thing too, to be honest. Like, look,
that's
of
a
everything,
fluke thing that
yeah,
will
but
never happen again in his career.
probably not.
But I mean, come on, bro. We gotta. It was very clear that we took our foot off the gas.
You mean typical Kyle Shanahan?
Typical Kyle Shanahan. Now, I will admit, I wasn't mad at first because it was clear after what happened to Verrett. My first interaction, because let's look back to 2019. And we all know that Joe Staley broke his leg in week 2. And I looked it up before, and I want to say we were up. We were up like 30 something to it. Like it was clearly shouldn't have been a game. And it was the point was, well, why the hell was Joe Staley in there in the first place? But I will say this. Thank God that we were able to get the starters about that, because if Detroit was a better team,
Oh yeah, we're done.
we
No, we
yeah,
lose that
we
game.
lose this game. We lose this game if it's a better team than Detroit. You know what? I dare say, and I don't expect it to. I expect this to come out, and let's be real. I think what we saw today was a little bit how much of those were our second string players. Okay, and football is not a game where you can go up and down. Like it was clearly that the starters were checked out. And then it was oh shit, we got to get back in there, and now we got to save our ass. It was so weird because it was almost like very Jekyll and Hyde. Like the first half, amazing, amazing. I could not imagine us. Obviously, except you don't like the freaking fumble, but pretty much from what the second drive on, I couldn't imagine us playing better football.
No, it's pretty on point.
And then
I mean,
so Brian, you there, bro?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. Everybody's kind of frozen. Might be my shit, but anyway, um, what were your? I know you were big on Jermichael Hasty. I thought he played well for the limited snaps he took and everything. I think clearly, spoiler alert for those who aren't going to listen to Tuesday's show, you're going to know my Kittle Court MVP of the week, offensive MVP of the week. I think it's very clear. It's Elijah Mitchell. But I was looking very excited. One of the big reasons why I hopped on right now is, what do y'all think about Trey Sermon being inactive?
you just missed a conversation about that.
Yeah. Okay, I'll have to check it out later because I was really tripping. I don't know if y'all tuned into the pregame this morning, but I was really stuck on that. I was like, I don't. It didn't make any sense to me because it's like
I
we
was
were
telling
all.
Brian. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I was telling Brian that is usually saved for somebody who, has an attitude problem all of a sudden. Someone who doesn't show up, who shows up late.
Disciplinary.
Yes, something disciplinary, or if someone has, something like a death in the family or something like that, healthy, where the person is clearly not in their right mind to play.
Yeah,
But you also
Go ahead.
listened to Kyle's presser, and he was saying that the competition back there was a lot tougher than what most people realize, and that he was already pushing Sermon for number 2. So, but then it's still, it's like, okay, but why would you still scratch him?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think it's I by the way, I did catch some of the halftime show today, so I did hear you say that on the halftime show.
Yeah,
Legendary job, by the way, bro. Um, but I think it's what I'm looking at this is it's a mute point now because clearly Sherman will be active next week. With I don't know if y'all have an update. I haven't had a chance to watch or listen to Kyle's presser. I don't know if we have an update on Raheem.
there
Is
was
it
he. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it.
okay? So
Um,
I'm just going. Go ahead.
Brian knows.
no, the reason why he got out was a left knee injury, but I never heard anything past that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't.
no
Yeah,
update.
no updates.
No update. So
Yeah,
I don't really want to speculate, but and I'm gonna get to your point that you made and probably already made again today on today's show about the issues with Raheem. But I think it's a mute point because Sermon's going to be up next week. I'm assuming Raheem isn't going is going to miss some time. I mean, we'll see. But yeah, that was very interesting, and it's to the point where I don't want to say it cost us the game
Sure,
because
Ruben.
clearly we were able to run the football,
Yeah,
but I think it to me it's just so difficult because it's like obviously we clearly saw those first two runs. It's like, bro, they can't fuck with him. You
you talking
can't
about
fuck
for
with Raheem Mostert.
the Mostert? Yeah, no, he
Yeah,
had
yeah,
what,
yeah.
like not both those yards were like what 8, 9 yard runs to start off with.
I want
Something
to
like that.
at
yeah.
least. It
He
was just
went.
it was
He went 2 for 20.
2 for 20.
2 for
Okay, so
20,
Yeah,
okay,
two.
10 yard game, 10 yard runs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
10 yards. I mean, you clearly see they can't fuck with him when he's on the field.
say that last part again.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like DJ said, when he's on the field, it's the same thing with Jimmy. A lot of us who question Jimmy's health, they automatically think we don't like Jimmy. It's like, no, I don't like Jimmy. Jimmy had a fucking amazing day. Threw for what, 300 and some odd yards. But again, it's a health issue. It's like if you're not there to do it every week, we can't do it. I'd rather take the slack off of that and just put it onto somebody else.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
No, I see you, Ruben. I see you. What's up, bruh? Good to see you, fam. Hey, I totally agree with you, defense. But like I was trying to say, nobody. Hey, bruh, you don't even want to know, Spam. You don't even want to know how bad my Brandon Ayuk, a big
Dude,
goose egg. My fantasy team got fucked with that,
Uh huh.
right? And something told me I should have had Sherfield in it. I said, bro, why are you letting? As soon as he caught that first touchdown, I was like, you picked Trent Sherfield to lead the team in touchdown catches. Why the fuck did you let the machine tell you more about your football team than you know, who watched all the training camp practices? You know what I'm saying? And I was so mad at myself, but I think that defense clearly took their foot off the gas pedal. I think that we need to get that killer instinct. Um, um, so I think the best that it's with Raheem Mostert. It's just like I mean, obviously, I'm not saying that Trey Sermon. Why did I say Trent Sermon? Trey Sermon would have gave us what Raheem was able to give it to us. But I mean, if he's on the field, I'd rather get 10 carries, 15 carries, however many carries from uh, Trey than two from Raheem.
his name is Trey Sermon.
Sermon. You know what? Whatever. Leave me alone here, okay? Trey Sermon. I'd rather get, however many carries from Trey Sermon than two from Raheem.
Hey, where Brian
I
go? Brian
mean,
is great.
damn, where did Brian go? Um, I mean, So I don't know what you do, but it's like to the point where it's like we were almost. Thank God that Elijah Mitchell had the game that he did today. He pretty much saved this team because if he would have had, matter of fact, I want to say this is. I heard a statistic that since the 1970 NFL merger, NFL AFL merger, that this is the first time a rookie in his first career game has gone for 100 yards, and pretty much that's pretty much 50 years. Over 50 years, that never happened in the NFL. Elijah Mitchell had
The
one of the
rookies
best
all
games.
played their ass off today. I got to say
They
that.
did, and you know what? Okay, we got Brian back. We got Brian back.
Yay, he's back.
Sorry about that,
I
man.
want to say that big shout out to the rookie, the top class, but I mostly just wanted to get up here and you know what, all our internet's wonky and everything's we're not gonna sit on here and bore you all time forever. But first I want to tell everybody, hey baby, do me a favor. Toss me the t-shirt. Not yours. The one that's in the Niner bag.
I'm gonna get some new.
All right. Want to tell everybody we're officially opening it out of the package. Damn, I fucked up opening the package again, man. I always do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Get your Victory Monday. Victory Monday. Get your Victory Monday t-shirts from By the Faithful for the Faithful. Make sure to use the promo code. I'm going to make it live literally pretty much like right now. Make sure you use the promo code Victory Monday to save 10%. We'll go ahead and we're actually only going to make that available. Well, we'll make that available for the rest of the week. Fuck it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm in a legendary mood. All right. So, Brian's frozen. Oh,
Nice.
God.
No, he looks fine on me. It's you.
Okay, then it's just me. My you know what? I'm using my girl's mobile hotspot. It's all wonky. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll let y'all wrap and everything. Just want to hop on real quick. Say
Yep,
cheers, gentlemen.
we'll
Awesome.
talk on Tuesday.
Yeah, awesome. Victory Monday. Make sure to go to NinerFaithfulRadio.com/shop to get your it's football day t-shirts. Your baby, come here. Okay, the missus is gonna toss me the shirt real quick. Why did we have Brian pop up on another one? I have no idea what's going on. Why is Brian on two screens? What's going on here, people? Is it Inside Out? Okay.
No,
Legendary, baby.
I think it's just you, man. Brian's fine on my screen.
Oh God, my shit's so okay. Ooh, okay. So here we go. For the faithful, by the faithful, more than game is the lifestyle t-shirts. Let me see the pen, baby. Make sure to get that. But gentlemen, I just want to pop in. I'm gonna let y'all wrap it. Do y'all think y'all doing a legendary job? I just want to chop in and say cheers. Niners. Let's get it done. I agree with you. By the time Tuesday rolls around, we will be a little critical of the team. I think they deserve it. There were some mistakes, and everything like that. But today, I think we should celebrate. 24-hour rule, baby. Let's get it done. See y'all Tuesday.
Hey, brother. So how did your fantasy team do? You're muted, Brian.
Can you
there
hear me?
you go. Now, yep, you're good now.
Okay. It's crazy. I was in class when I did mine, and I totally forgot. So mine auto-generated, and that's the best one that I have. So I'm just embarrassed.
Auto-generate isn't. If you get lucky on it, if you auto-generate, sometimes you get some of the best teams out there.
Right now, I messed up, man. a guy who really messed me up today. I think it was Debo Samuel carried my team. He
Yeah,
had
Debo had an awesome day.
yeah, he almost went off for 200 yards. It's crazy.
Remember all the question mark for Debo is look, Brant Ayuk's here.
Yeah.
Who is the actual number one? Debo's like, y'all sleeping on me?
Yeah, I'm
He didn't even get a
surprised we didn't use Ayuk.
did he even get a ball thrown? I don't think he even
No,
had I don't think
no.
yeah. So
I
in
don't
my
know.
big fantasy league, I had Mostert and
Uh-huh.
Ayuk. I'm like, oh fuck, man.
That's the thing. I don't really like that. Like to have like all 49ers or like
Oh no, I
um
wouldn't. It just happened to drop that way with those two guys.
oh yeah. Or like from the same team because also the bye weeks.
Yep.
Also the same.
I
That's
try to
from the
limit it to two.
yeah.
I actually have Trey Sermon on there because I was thinking of actually putting in. I'm like, it's going to be week one. We're gonna run the ball hard with Mostert and Sermon, and I'm glad I did not put Sermon up into the starting lineup today.
Uh yeah, I usually optimize mine, but I need to get the thing where it helps me um it's the well I have I think I have the NFL fantasy and this is like $1 membership that helps me out.
If you want help, one of the guys that they actually rated my Twitch channel today,
Uh-huh.
and I talked to them a lot in our Twitch Discord still. Their big name is called Beer Sheets.
Hold up, I
Just
think I
Google like
lost
beer
you.
sheets.
Hold up, I think it cut out. Yeah,
Are
yeah, it did.
you still there?
Yeah,
All
it
right.
was just a Discord, and then he
Beer
rated
Sheets. Look up Beer Sheets.
beer
They do
sheets.
fantasy football stuff, and they're on their Twitch channel is Football Absurdity. That's all they do. They do nothing else but fantasy football. And
Uh,
I've been, so look up them for a lot of their stuff. They're really good.
okay, I think I got it right here. Okay, um, yeah, um, yeah, the IU man. I was like, man, when are they gonna get him in?
Did you see that? Kyle actually said at the presser that Sherfield was pushing him, Ayuk, for that number. Because if you go off today, you basically say that Debo's number one,
Uh huh.
Ayuk's number two, and he basically said that Ayuk was being pushed for that number two spot by Sherfield. So I don't know what's
Um,
going on down there, or if Kyle's just trying to play nice to everybody. But
what a good signing, man. Trent.
Sherfield, yeah, dude.
I mean, no one expected it.
No, because he was what the number four receiver,
Yeah, over
and
there, and
yeah, over in Arizona, and now he's our number two. And if you ask 95% of the league, I mean, I knew who he was just because he played in the division, but
yeah.
most people don't know him.
No, I didn't know him. To be honest, I thought I was like, oh, this guy is probably gonna end up practice squad or
Special
something.
teams, yeah, I figured
Yeah,
special team squad, but then when after we signed him, you hear all this praise coming from like Larry Fitzgerald and stuff. It's like,
yeah,
damn,
yeah. He was one of the big guys that was
yeah.
talking
Oh,
about him.
he was pushing him real hard and talking him up. So I mean, that's good. Kind of like with Lenore being pushed by Sherman and his talking. Like, look, he's backing it up so far.
Yeah,
So, but yeah,
Yep.
it's just
I think
I'm I know TJ is more of a celebratory mood than I am. I'm just not
yeah.
satisfied with how this game went today. I also think he has a little bit too much to drink in him. I think that's the reason why he's so happy.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
as a judgmental, like I don't know, because I mean, that's basically what we do. We judge them
yeah.
every move they make, and I don't know. I don't know if it was D'Amico Ryan's or we thought we had it in the bag. We put out of our second string guys or third
Yeah.
string.
Well, even Bosa was like, look, I was pulling off my tape. I was getting ready to be done for the day. And next thing you know,
Yeah,
I'm getting rushed back in the game. So, I mean, like I said, that's how far it is. I mean, So they probably were starting to physically and mentally check out, and then all of a sudden you got to snap back into that. When you're told, because I've played games before where I've been pulled, for being a starter in the second half. You
Yeah.
feel that you can just feel that adrenaline leaving your body because you're going
Right.
into reflex mode. So I mean, I get it. I've felt that before completely. So that's
It's
also Kyle
crazy.
Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan with second half leads, man. It's like, look, if we have a lead going into the second half, someone else call plays. Shanahan, he's like past that, job
Oh
on to
my
somebody
god.
else. It's his Achilles heel his entire coaching career.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
just he sucks at finishing games. You know.
And I think that was his best out of his now 5 years. That was his best first half.
Yeah, it was the first time. It's the most points ever scored in the first half by a Shanahan to offense
Yeah.
ever. Any offense he's ever scored. That's like I said, and like TJ said, the first half was just besides the fumbled snap, everything was on point for the
Yeah.
offense. You know,
I I think I want. Hopefully, I can get join another show, man. I want to talk about Jimmy, man. He did.
what Jimmy was. I thought Jimmy played his ass off today. Jimmy was fucking great.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. A lot of that was Ayuk because Ayuk was wide open on some of those plays, and he got another 20, 30 yards. But at the same point, that's the kind of Jimmy that we want. Again, like I think we have all said, it's not an issue with Jimmy's play. At least for me, it's not. It's been Jimmy's
No.
health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, what a. I mean, let's say. I'm pretty sure the Rams are going to win because the Bears are starting Andy Dalton.
I I don't
What?
don't count the Bears out, man. I'm telling you, don't count the Bears out.
I don't know. Andy Dalton? I don't know.
The
But
rest of the Bears team is solid
yeah.
around him. It's not great. Andy Dalton is basically Jimmy. Jimmy doesn't have Jimmy Dalton. Obviously, I think Jimmy's better than Dalton, but they're the similar ones to where they're not necessarily going to make a team great. But if you
Uh-huh.
have a good team around him, that team will play well.
Yeah.
So,
I
like
don't
I
know.
said, don't sleep on the Bears yet.
But let's say the Rams do win. What a stacked NFC West.
Dude, the NFC
All on the
West today was on. Everybody took their damn. The Cardinals look
Cardinals.
pretty good.
Cardinals look like freaking this Madden team.
Yeah,
Doing
yeah.
s- what
And
the heck?
then Wilson, that one throw to I think it was Carson
Lockett.
in the end. Yeah, or was it Lockett? Yeah, Lockett in the end zone where
Yeah.
he threw it falling backwards off his back foot and Lockett adjusted. At the last second to catch it.
Man.
Man, the end, like I said, this NFC West battle is going to be fun, man. Or
And
ugly
then
because it's going to end up coming down to like the final week.
yeah, it's
But
really. I think
Seahawks and Cardinals though they have their thing is starting out fast, and then they can't sustain it throughout the entire.
yeah.
Yep, then they nosedive. So we'll see. Russell Wilson's going to be his MVP candidate for about the next 6 to 8 weeks, and then he
Let
dies
Russ
off.
cook. And then
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want to see. I want to see Matthew Stafford against that Bears
yeah.
defense.
And I know Matthew Stafford is an upgrade over Jared Goff. I get that. I just don't see him being that much of an improvement to
The
get
Super Bowl
them.
leap.
Yeah, that Super Bowl leap. So we'll see. But
I don't know. I okay. I was like, I don't think Detroit's gonna be like this team losing most of the games. Well, okay, they're gonna lose some games, like I think around 6 or 7. But I was like, I don't think they're bottom two in the league.
the thing with Detroit is they're kind of like what the Niners were in like 2018, 2017, where you saw the talent there. It
Uh-huh.
was just really young, and there are holes in places, big holes. Jared Goff's not going to be there in 3 years, almost guaranteed. Unless all of a sudden he has like some resurgence. But you see a lot of the same stuff. They've got a young offensive line that, if Taylor Decker had played today, their offensive line would have looked a little bit different. Would have been
Yeah.
more drop because Taylor Decker's a pretty good line. Hawkinson's still good, so they've got that, quote that George Kittle type tight end. They have their secondary actually isn't that bad, but again, it's just very young. This is a young team.
Yeah.
They draft well for the next year or so. Like I said, 2 or 3 years from now, they're going to be a good team. It's just going to take a while. It's just going to be ugly until they get there.
Yeah. I like Dan Campbell.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think it's a good coach, good choice to put the. I am kind of happy that Saleh went to New York instead of to Detroit. I think it fits him better
yeah.
because I know everybody wanted him to go to Detroit because that's his hometown and all that. But if you look at the situation, it's actually better, especially because he got the number 1 overall pick and he got or not number 1, number 2,
Yeah. Number 2.
which I still think I think he screwed that. He should have gone with Justin Fields with that pick, not Zach Wilson.
Yeah. I don't know. He scored. I saw during. I forget those game breaks. Uh, he escaped the pocket, throw
Oh yeah, he did like 60-yard touchdown or something like that.
to Davis.
Yeah. I don't mind Wilson, but at number 2, if you have Justin Fields or Trey Lance available, I would have easily taken those two. You know who else looks well? Their game isn't done yet, but you know who else has looked pretty good today?
Who?
And people are going to hate this answer, Mac Jones. I'm not surprised. He's not the antichrist that a lot of people try to blame him to be. He's going to be a good NFL quarterback.
Yeah, it's weird because like people said he was like the most NFL ready, but like I didn't expect him to be like, okay, day 1, let's go. Like,
and I like a lot of things that he's doing. Like I said, I have a lot of downtime, so I watch a lot of stuff. And like some of the stuff they've been saying, like Mac Jones, he pulls his girlfriend in at night. They're like running plays in their backyard.
oh man.
A bunch of the linemen got into a fight one of the preseason games, and so the coach made him one go laps, and so he went and ran laps with the lineman. He was the only one that joined him. I'm sorry, but stuff like that I like.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that none of the other guys do that, but at the very least, they're not being advertised. But I'm still a Trey fan. He was still my number 1 pick for who we got.
Yeah, I love Trey. I think. I mean, I don't know. It's just Trevor Lawrence, man.
He wasn't horrible today, but he's also on the worst team out of all the guys.
No, yeah.
So I mean, if anything,
Crazy.
he's gonna have to have that Peyton Manning start where you start with a team that goes like 2-14, 3-13. Then but you acquire draft. Yeah, but you acquire all those really good draft picks, and then by year 5, all of a sudden, now you're a Super Bowl contender. That's what's gonna have to happen. But at the same time, I also don't trust Urban Meyer. I think he's a terrible coach. But
And I don't. I mean, how they are drafting. I mean, really.
How you doing, brother?
They
Media, right?
Here, I got it.
Yeah, I think that's 49ers media. If I remember correctly. Yep. How you doing, brother? Just going over the games. We kind of wrapped up the Niners part of it, and I think we're just going over general NFL stuff and for the most part now. A little fantasy here and there. Just BSing at this point kind of thing.
Man, it's just endless talk. If NFL, just endless talk.
Dude, it's amazing how much like for the amount of content that we did over the off season, and now it's just like, okay, now we can go all day, all night. Where it's like, but it was horrible during the off season. We're trying to do shows, and we got the Twitch contract. We're trying to fill 20 hours with the same thing. I don't want to talk about that right now, media. Just put it this way. Okay, so just for Niner stuff, I have Mostert and Brandon Ayuk in my starting lineup. Yeah. Yeah, that one hurt. There was another really bad one I had. Who else was it? Both my quarterbacks, because I was in a two quarterback league, are Roethlisberger and Mayfield. 12 and 13 points.
I
I'm
think
being,
I think
I'm being
NFL.
destroyed.
Oh, he had Sermon and Ayuk in one. Oh, the pain in that.
I had Sermon as a backup. I thought about putting him in today because I was like, we're gonna run the ball hard and we're Mostert and it's gonna be the Mostert and Sermon show all day. And then the last second I put in Najee Harris. And while he only got me 6 points, it's 6 points that Sermon didn't go. Or Mostert. Mostert only got me 2 points on that one. So yeah, it was a rough day for fantasy football. But
What the
that's in one of
heck?
my. I'm doing good in some of my other leagues, but my big league is that one. So
Um, so the Last Dance is starting to look like it's wrapping up soon. I mean,
you're talking about
um,
with Rogers?
yeah,
Yeah, he
38
wants
to
to
three.
host. He wants to go host Jeopardy, man. He doesn't want to play. He doesn't want to play football. That's
Yeah, they lost 38 to three.
Jameis Winston looked damn good today, and I thought about that all. Yeah, Jason Fournette, dude. That's just man. And watching him try to power through it, getting off the because you could tell that he was hurting trying to walk off the field. Like, look, I got this. I'm gonna walk off this field on my own power. Blah blah blah. And he got like about halfway, and you could tell
Yeah,
because they showed him the whole almost his whole walk, and you could tell at first you're like, all right, he's because he had that quick limp when it hurts, so you walk a little bit faster. So you could see it, but then the more he walked, you could just see it getting to him. It's like, I knew right then. I was just like, oh man, this is not good. Especially when he went down, you could see he was already crying when he knew he
yeah.
was done. When he was down on the field, he knew.
Oh man.
Yeah,
And then I think it was offside year. I was like,
yeah, that one I was
I
like, oh,
think,
fuck. But he came back, so I mean it's good. He came
yeah,
back and had a pretty good game afterwards.
the
But
linebacking core was
yeah,
nice.
the linebacking core did play. Like I said, the secondaries was the question mark we've all had the
Yeah,
offseason, especially with depth. How good is this secondary if one or two pieces go down? Well, one and two went down. Well, one went down, two wasn't there. So we went down to 3 and 4 and 5. And like I said, the Lions went after it.
I
I
think
didn't think they had bad pressure, to be
I
honest with
think
you.
we had like six X. I think.
I don't think we had that many, but I think the pressure was there decently.
Yeah,
It's good to see Ford and Bosa get involved quite, So, but overall,
Samson
yeah,
had a game.
Samson had a pretty good game. Like I said,
I want to
it's just a
Kinlaw
secondary.
because they're really pounding it down the middle.
Yep. Yeah, Kinlaw, bringing Kinlaw, I'm like, man, we need to. They were
He's
the
just a
first quarter and a half. They were just shoving it down the middle of the line, over and
yeah.
over and over. Yeah. So hopefully, like I said,
Kin,
we get Kinlaw back next week, and we can shore that up a little bit.
yeah, but isn't but Emmanuel Mosley was questionable to return this week, right? Or is
Yeah.
he like out?
As far as I know, he could come back next week. I haven't seen anything to where he could be out for an extended amount of time. Which I guess that would make the starting. Would you? So if he's gone for a while, who do you start at cornerbacks then? Obviously Lenore. Who do you start him? Who's opposite of him? Who would you put? Norman or
Uh,
Thomas?
I think I would have to go Norman.
You go Norman.
But
I
since
think I would.
today Norman wasn't suited up,
Yeah. Man.
oh, I would have went Ambry. Or I don't know. Let's see
I was gonna
how
say,
Dante. I
yeah,
mean,
Norman's.
this guy has been in here since like 2013. I think we never let him go. He's like
Yeah, like
the ex
I
girlfriend
said, the
that.
problem is Dante's not that good. Like I said, I'm not taking away from him. With he keeps grinding, he keeps showing up, he does his thing. But let's be honest, when it comes to talent-wise, he's the low man on the totem pole when it comes to it. He's there for depth, but if we have him starting or even him
That's
as number 3, we have issues.
yeah.
That's he the hotline blank. No, I think I said the other day, like I feel like Dante Johnson's like the remember when Tom Coughlin got fired by the Giants and he just kept showing up to work every day to work out at 5 a.m. and no one had enough guts to tell him you can't do this anymore. That's kind of what I feel. Like Dante Johnson, I'm like, dude, we've cut him like 19 times and he still shows up to work every day. Or what's his name from Office Space? This is my locker. This is my locker. They told me to show up, and this is my locker. But like I said, but Dante, like I said, he's a good death piece, special teams. But if he's out there starting, oh man. Well, I don't know if you watched the presser with Kyle. When Kyle, like I said, we had talked about this earlier. But Kyle said that Ayuk was already being pushed for the number 2 spot by Sherfield. So it's like, oh, that was a
So
little
what
bit.
that means he's going to be the number 2 wide receiver for the 2 backup for the number 1 spot.
At least that's the way I took it. I mean, unless Kyle meant it in a way that was different than I took it, but the way it seemed to me was that he was looking at Debo being the number 1, Ayuk being the number 2, and that Sherfield was already pushing him for that number 2 spot, and it's just kind of happened naturally that right now Sherfield's got the hot hand.
Man.
Which, coming from somebody that we drafted so high in Ayuk, it's like, man,
Yeah.
it's not what you want to see. I mean, it's good for Sherfield if for that signing, but you don't want that draft pick to be No, you see the problem with Ayuk, I don't think is going to have that issue with Pettis. Pettis, you could tell he didn't want to be a football player.
It's like something always held him back.
Yeah. Doghouse, yeah, but I mean, at the same, it also comes out to his attitude. Is he gonna, because you could see at some point Pettis just shut down because he didn't want to grind. Like look at Jalen Hurd. Jalen Hurd has been hurt since the day he's damn near turned to be a professional football player. But no, it's true. But look at the difference between him and Dante Pettis. Dante Pettis didn't want to be a football player, but was never hurt. Jalen Hurd wants to be a football player, but is always hurt. No one's going to question how hard Jalen Hurd pushes himself to be healthy to get back on the field. The problem is he's just unlucky as hell and keeps hurting himself. If we could keep Jalen Hurd healthy, that would be amazing. The problem is he just, for whatever reason, he's going to Mostert himself and just constantly be hurt. So a lot of that's going to be, he could be in the doghouse, but does he want to fight his way out of that doghouse, or does he want to stay in there and just check out? Like Pettis just checked out.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, man, I think I'm going to be done. I got to jump off here. I got stuff I got to do around here, and I have to be up at like 3 a.m.
Dang.
But
all right. Well, I had a good time.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I'll jump on the post games with you if I'm still sober.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't know. I was watching this live stream. They weren't showing the game, but they would have people donate money, and they would just drink. Or a touchdown, drink. I guess people like that now.
Look, if people want to show up because I do my stream on my personal Twitch channel. If people want to show up and pay me money to take shots while I watch the game, please show up. Please show up to my streams, and I will drink all day long, and then I'll never show up to the post game because I'll be trashed by the end of the third quarter. But yeah. So
I don't know. Those people were still cool after fourth quarter. They're like,
well, yeah, we're just being funny. But yeah, like I said, I've had people do that on my streams before. So, but yeah, come out to my stream, hang out, make me drink.
All right then, Jason.
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely see you Tuesday. I don't think we're doing anything on Monday, but we'll be on Tuesday, everybody.
Yeah. I'm have them follow social media, and
Yeah, for
we
sure.
have right here anywhere. And yeah, thank you for tuning in, guys.
Thank you very much, everybody. It's good stuff, Ryan.
Yeah, all right, catch you on Tuesday. I'll see you on Tuesday.
Yep, later, dude. Thanks,
All right.
everybody.